Welcome back to Heart Labs. Today we will see what is tuple and dictionaries. In our last video, what we saw is list. How to perform list, what are different functionalities along with list, right? How to access elements, what are the different functions involved for list comprehension, different perspective we have seen for list. Now there are two more types for non-primitive data type, which are tuples and dictionaries. So we will discuss them quickly. Although how to access dictionaries and tuple, it's same as compared to list. Okay, we'll see step by step. Okay, let's get started. So what is tuple? What is tuple? Okay, so generally again it's a container. Okay, it's a container that we use to contain a element or list of elements. Okay, but tuples are immutable. Now what does it mean by immutable? Because that means you cannot edit tuple once created, cannot add it after creation. Okay, after creation. Okay, now you got, see, list, you can do deletion, you can do updation, you can add elements, you can do anything to list, but with tuple you cannot. So if I ask when to use tuple, when you require a security in your data, you don't want it to get edited after creation, then you all will use tuple. Otherwise you all can go with list. Okay, so let's understand how to define tuple. So it's very simple, with round braces. Round braces is for tuple and square brackets is for list. So let's define a tuple. So I will say A equals to, now this is a tuple, 1 comma 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, let's print A, it's same. Now okay, now our tuple have been created. Now further step is, let's say I want to access the elements, so you have positive indexing and negative indexing. So first let's do positive indexing. I want to access the second element. This is the second element. So what I should give indexing? Just let me know in the comment box. Okay, so for adding indexing, remember in Python it always starts from 0. So 0 1. Now I'll say 1 because second element I want to access. Okay, same way. Now if I say negative indexing, if I want to access the last element, so I will say -1, -2, -3, -4, 5, 6, like this. So I want to access the last element, it will be -1. If I want to access second last, I will say -2. Okay, now one step ahead. If you want to access the elements, multiple values you want to access in a series, so you will say slicing. Okay, if you want to access multiple elements in a series, you will say slicing. Okay, so I will say A 0 colon till third indexing. So we got 1 2 3, 0 to 3, 0 1 2 3, that means till fourth element. So till fourth element, how many values are there? 1, 2, 3. This is slicing. Okay. You can also do negative slicing. Okay. So I will say a equals to colon. Here I will say -1. See, it displayed everything except 6 because I said start from here and end up to the last element. So starting from here, everything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It didn't display 6. This is negative indexing. Okay, now in list you all have seen how to add elements and remove elements. If we try adding the elements in tuple, add elements to tuple. Let's try. So I will say a equals to at first indexing I will say 4. Okay, tuple does not support item assignment. Why? Because it's immutable. Okay, that's why we cannot add elements or we can delete elements because it's secure. So wherever you need security, can use tuple. Okay, so now you all have understood when to use list, when to use tuple. If you want to regularly update your elements, then you all can go with list. If you don't want to edit your elements, you can go with tuple. But wait a minute. Now what is dictionary? When to use dictionary? If we have tuple and list, why is there any need of using dictionaries? So the answer is when you don't want any duplicates and you don't care about ordering, then the role of dictionaries is involved. When you are strictly against duplicates, then to use dictionaries. In dictionaries, you can add the elements, you can delete the elements just like list. That means dictionaries are mutable. So let's see how to create dictionaries is with curly braces. Okay, so let's get started. B equals to, let's say I'm saying I will give ID number, that is key and value. Dictionaries is a combination of key and value pair to avoid duplicates. So I will say 1 first ID, first key, and I will say Jack. Okay, second indexing I will say, let's say Ram. Okay, third indexing I will say, let's say Sita. Okay, let's evaluate. Okay, print B, you got Jack, Ram and Sita. Okay, now to access the elements, access elements of dictionaries. So I will say, now here you can access with the ID number. Okay, now there is no indexing. Here you have key and value pair. So with the key you can access. There is no negative indexing involved. There is no indexing involved here. Okay, so I will say B, third one. So the third key, whatever the value, it will show. So let's say now we will see how to add any element to a dictionary. So I will say add element. So I will say B. Now we have 1, 2, 3 indexing. Let's say I want the fourth key. Okay, and I will just simply pass the value in a string. So I will say Lakshman. Okay, done. Can see. Now I will print it. So the fourth is Lakshman. If I want to delete delete values or element, whatever. So I will say del, that is delete keyword del. I will say which key you want to delete. Let's say the first key. Okay, then let's print b again. So 2, 3 and 4 only. Okay, so that's it. Okay, now I hope you all understood when to create list, when to create tuple, and when to create dictionaries. Let me make a quick difference that when you want to daily update your details, then you will use list and you are okay with duplicates. Okay, but when you are not okay with adding any elements or removing any elements after creation, then you all will use tuple. Okay, and last but not the least, when you don't want any duplicates entry to be get added to your list or to your container, to your storage account, anything you are storing anywhere. Okay, when you don't want a duplicates, then can use dictionaries. Okay, now further we will move one step ahead. Till now we have seen the data types, the basic data types, as well as the complex data structures. Now we will move further in the next session to one level up. Okay, I hope you all liked our video, and for any feedback drop message in comment box. And don't forget to like, subscribe and share with others who wants to learn. And also press the bell icon for further updates.